I would like to present today few information from my blogs, my videos, and things that I found in the last week or so. So let's start with screen sharing. The subject that we are going to talk about today that I have in my blogs was Raymond Palmer, a book called Oahspe, a New Bible, and Native American teaching regarding Sasquatch as land and forest caretakers. I have few videos to present today. Weather engineering on September 27, 2022, and on July 2022 in Ontario, Canada. Another video, Tiffany Falls, Hamilton, Ontario. Few courses that I'm offering based on the books I wrote, the books, and as external links of other people that I found interesting are geoengineering, Geoengineering Watch website. So let's start with the first blog, Raymond Palmer. Who was Raymond Palmer? He lived from 1910 to 1977, was an American author and editor, known as the editor of Amazing Stories from 1938 to 1949. He published and edited Fate magazine and other books. He wrote and published under different pseudonyms. He had a flying saucer magazine. He was receiving letters from different people, and at one point was interviewed by FBI regarding his information about flying saucers. Our next point, our next subject is Oahspe, the New Bible. So this book was published in 1882. Was produced by an American dentist, John Ballou Newbrough, that lived between 1828 and 1891, who reported to have been written this book by automatic writing. Now, few interesting things about this book. is a sum of spiritual knowledge and was published in 1882. An old style of language. This book includes doctrinal books and precepts for behavior that can be found throughout its many books. Subjects as ethics. The books has great interest in understanding and applying general ethical principles. The Sufism is, its faith is defined, meaning an adherence or following an ideology. The book said, I have no sect, I have no creed. The book describes events in the spirit realms and in their corresponding influence of events in physical world, starting from approximately 72,000 years ago. Although many of such events are not recorded in the existing human records. The book of Eskra, the book of Es, are more recent historical records from 1550 before Christ. In 8080 CE, the Book of God's Word teaches the record of Zarathustra and dates his time on earth at 9,000 years ago. The book gives details, including maps about lost lands and new lands, particularly a large sunken continent called Pan or Vaga that once filled much of the Pacific Ocean. Talks about cycles, cosmology, administration. Seems to be an interesting book. Our next subject is a blog entry regarding Native American teaching regarding Sasquatch as land and forest caretakers. There is a book called The Psychic Sasquatch and Their UFO by Jack Lapseritis. And let's share the blog. I have a blog, Reforestation and Medicinal Use of Tree. of trees. I have over 300 entries in this blog, so I work on this blog for a long time. So I recorded in this entry the information from the book Psychic Sasquatch and their UFO. In this book, in 1854, Chief Seattle gave a presentation to a group of white men who keep insisting to sell them their Indian land. And but I want to talk about something else, about the message that the Sasquatch gave to humanity. They consider us little brothers. They consider them, so the communication is telepathic. They consider themselves, the Sasquatch consider themselves as a race that existed on Earth prior to the existence of the human race. And they consider themselves the caretakers of the forest. Little brother, I have watched your journey and have known your thoughts. I will tell you some things. First, you should always treat the natural creation with respect. When you must come through my territory, so Sasquatch consider the forest his territory, honor these places with tobacco and good thoughts. Be not in fear. The mountain, glacier, waterfalls, the deepest swamps or wildest places should never be changed, diverted, or disturbed. They are to remain as they are now, just as I am to remain in my natural way. As you walk on your journey, remember that there is a purpose of all things. There is a reason for gentle rain, gentle winds, as well as their opposite. Accept these things as I give you. The evidence is all around you. So in 1854, Chief Seattle gave the presentation to a group of white men who keep insisting to sell them the Indian land. We know that the white mind does not understand our ways. One portion of the land is the same to him as the next, for he is a stranger who comes in the night and takes from the land whatever he needs. The earth is not his brother, but his enemy. When he has conquered it, he moves on. He leaves his father graves behind, and he does not care. He kidnaps the earth from his children. He does not care. His father graves and his children brides are forgotten. He treats his mother earth and his brother sky as things to be bought, pounded, and sold like sheep or bride beds. So if you are interested, you can read the entire article. I will leave a link to this article in the description. Let's go on with the presentation. I like to present a few videos I made regarding geoengineering in Canada. Geoengineering in July 20. So let's stop it. And in July 2022, I filmed this video with the camera using windy.com. At that time, from Toronto, there were extremely high spikes, these spikes of radar impulses that for sure affected the humans in the area. The scope probably was to influence the weather, but probably not only the weather. These radar impulses cannot be seen in 2023, 2024 when I checked, but they were extremely powerful and they are all directed. So so we were just used as a testing ground because I checked all around the globe. There was no other place in the world where the impulses were so high and so intense that could have been recorded on windy.com. Okay, that was one of video. Another one, we have it in September. In September, the same year. Let's see if I'm sharing it. Okay, share. The intensity of these impulses that actually controlled the weather. So I checked that during high storms. One of the storms, I don't remember if it was exactly this one, actually created almost a tornado. So these impulses are directional, are intentional, and prove weather engineering that is practiced in this area, and I don't think has a positive effect on human life or plant life or ecology. Okay, the next subject. It's also a video of mine, Tiffany Falls, Ontario, Canada. So let's see. I'm sharing this. So during COVID, we traveled in area where you cannot meet other people. So around Hamilton, there are 150 waterfalls. Around, I saw one video that asked us to pay attention around the waterfalls if there are interesting stone structures. And I found very regular stone blocks with very regular 90-degree angles. They look very much like building blocks of certain buildings. Not only that, so these are, you see, these stones have very regular forms, very rectangular forms. Also, around the waterfall, there is a round form of the waterfall, as if prior, sometimes in the past, so here, this is a very round format, as if there was a turbine. A turbine, it's round, so the place around the turbine should be a round space. In one of the waterfalls, I don't remember if in this one or another one, you can even see metal, so stone of a different color that could have been iron placed in that round place. So extremely rounded formation around that waterfall. And the stones that are around these waterfalls are have very regular formats. Could have been intelligent design or terraforming. It's possible, in my opinion. Beautiful day trip from Toronto. This could have been iron insertion. So again, these two. The official opinion is this is a natural formation, but it might be a little bit more that a natural formation. These places are very regular. And let's see, around the end of the video, you see, this looks, the nature doesn't create brick-like stones, so perfect 90-degree angles. And it wasn't one, there were multiple stones that looked like large bricks. Only probably people that built them were larger size. Okay, so this was the video. Let's go on. Video. Let's share the text. So we had that video, the weather engineering and Tiffany Falls. I think I visited around 27 falls around that area. I have a few courses based on my books. One is Energy Project, where I talk about Vimanas, ancient machines, advanced UFO, Faché in architecture, plasma generator, forgotten knowledge, travel destination Egypt, and Valiantor's teaching. He talked in that course I will have, so for example, in Valiantor's teaching, I talk about Lemuria, Mount Shasta, inner earth, underground civilization, subterranean city, arcane teaching, ancient masters, five-pointed star of life, the seven body, vril force, self-treatments, cures of illnesses, fasting, the law of rejuvenation, self-protecting exercise. So these are my books, the books that I wrote, 13 books so far. I'm writing now, Building Some People. The next book will be Building Some People, about different structures and the hidden information that we found in this structure, from city fortresses to cathedrals to extremely ancient buildings, and a lot of very interesting things will be in my next book. I have the latest, I will leave the last week a review, and I have two external links, two links of other people, that is Geoengineering Watch, extremely documented website of Dan Winkington, sorry that I Winkington, that Winkington, that he talks, and for the last 10 years, he talks against geoengineering. There are over 2,000 projects sponsored by the government and Council of Foreign Relations and military that control the weather, and they fight against people that actually finance them. And this is a crime against humanity, and I totally agree with the information and the protest against geoengineering that is above our sky. Doesn't matter if some say, oh, we are going to recover the whatever. Stop doing it. 2,000 projects, too much. None of them should be. They spray aluminum, barium, and all kind of stuff over our head, and that's not right. Okay, this was the next presentation is of a totalmente different, on a totalmente different subject. And I found this information on Philip Druzidin, a YouTube channel, and I found it interesting. So it's Pythagora and Chaldean calculator. So you can it's a numerology calculator. So each letter in the alphabet, it's associated with a number. And you can calculate what number is associated with your name, or what number is associated with some company's names, or what number is associated with, I don't know, pseudonyms. So let's try to and there are two different calculator, two different numerology system. One is Pythagora numerology that counts the letter from 1 to 9, and another one is Chaldean numerology that associate numbers from 1 to 8 to letter of the alphabet. So let's have a name, CBC. CBC, for example, calculate. Both Pythagorean and Chaldean is number 8. CNN, 13. Both Pythagorean and Chaldean is number 13. Just use the link and place your name and see what number is associated with your name. So that was the presentation for today. Thank you for watching. I'm Liliana Usvat. I will leave the links in the description. Bye, see you next time.